I know what y'all want to talk about, that crazy ass move Tyler Perry movie. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey. We don't have nothing to talk about, but we do kind of do, because I said we could talk about that damn crazy ass Tyler Perry movie, Divorce in the Black. I thought it was called Divorce in Black. She said she, at one point in the movie, she said she wanted to be in the black when she got her divorce. There will be spoilers if you haven't watched it. Spoilers, it's just like every other Tyler Perry film. Just like every other Tyler Perry film. Divorce in the Black by Tyler Perry was on Amazon Prime. If you haven't watched it, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. I watched it for you, okay? It is the typical story. I thought there was some like kind of new themes in the story. I was like, oh, okay, so we have the girlfriend. So we have Megan Good, we have Corey Hardrick. Um, we have Debbie Morgan. We have Richard Lawson. Who his fuck, he wasn't worth a goddamn. That's what I was like. I was like, what is with all the men being ain't shit? No, even the damn preacher daddy. How you go get your gun and don't do, and you end up getting beat up? Let me tell you something. What kind of is you that you take a fucking shotgun, go to see after the man who abused your daughter, and then you get your ass beat up? Because when you see him, you don't shoot his ass. Like somebody on Twitter said, every time they saw that damn character, Corey's character, they were hollering, shoot him. Remember from Friday when Chris Tucker was trying to get Craig to shoot Debo? Shoot him. That's what everybody wanted everybody to do to goddamn Corey Hardrick's character. Like somebody said on Twitter, there's no nuance to these characters. There's no like, they're just them. And it's like, it's so weird because I'm like, okay, first of all, the story is about this woman, a preacher's daughter, married to the son of a family of guys who basically are terrorists of the town that they live in. This black single mother whose husband was killed by one of the sons because he was abusive. So one of the sons kills the father. So now you got this mad, fat, black trope of a woman, right? And her terrorizing domestic terrorist sons, kind of like real life. Okay. So she's now the preacher's kid. Megan Good's character is dating, or I don't know. They're married to one of the brothers. And at the funeral, one of the brothers gets killed, and so they're at the funeral, and the funeral is at the church of the Megan Good's father's church. He's a pastor, and Debbie Morgan is the first lady. During the not the benediction, what do you call it? Obituary? I don't know. When they start talking about the son during the service, Richard Lawson's character, the dad, he starts talking about the son and how basically, we know where you're going. You are a domestic terrorist. We know that you wouldn't even have this fucking service if it wasn't for your son being married to my daughter. Right? So the mother gets mad. You're not going to bad talk my daughter. I mean, you're not going to bad talk my son. You're not going to talk. I don't know nothing from you. She starts taking her clothes off. Apparently they gave her some clothes to wear for the funeral, but they end up, girl, let me tell you how crazy the first 10 minutes of the movie was crazy as hell. They get their brother at their mother's order, get their dead brother out of the casket and take him home. Baby, when they showed him laid in the back of that truck, I was screaming. I was like, Tyler Perry is crazy. And for me, I feel like he does that shit and he be laughing when he's writing that shit. I think he be in there cracking up like, girl, we gonna have these people pull this man out of this coffin and lay him in the back of a pickup truck and take his ass home and bury him in the backyard. I was like, he has to be laughing when he's writing this. And then Corey Hardick's character is so unhinged, right? So his backstory is basically he killed his father. So I guess he's all fucked up in the head because of it, in addition to, living on this in this trailer with their mom, and she's just this abrasive, brash, built like a cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? All the things, and he and the brothers, all the things, all the stereotypes, all the tropes, all the things are like embodied in these characters. It's almost like Tyler's brain is one dimensional when he's creating these characters. Because I'm like, why is he so mean? Okay, so you mean because you had to kill your father, right? Because he was abusing your mother, and your mother gave you the warning to shoot him, right? So now you were all messed up in the head. He's mean to Megan Good's character. She's that the way that she's portraying herself in the media right now, as it relates to Jonathan Majors, is the same character she's playing in this movie. Oh no, it's not that bad. He's not that bad. He's just dealing with stuff. Yeah. So Corey Hardick's character is rude, miserable, mean, alcoholic, disrespectful. At one point in the film, she goes upstairs to get ready and comes down and he's not there. He left her. Like stuff like that. Just like weird stuff. Like, how would you be dealing with somebody like that? I was taking notes. Not really notes, but like tweeting at the same time. I was tweeting at the same time. And I'll go by some of my notes, I guess. Divorce in the Black. And then here, let me pull it up. He was mean. He was mean. He was rude. I was like, how did they get together? Who is in relationships with somebody mean and rude like that? I was just like, this is weird. It was so, I couldn't understand why he was so mean and like mean to her. And I was like, there are women who are really going through stuff like that, like with men who are just ornery and just like rude, and he's pulling up to her job coming in. And then, they've known each other since high school, apparently. And apparently there's another guy, right? The what I didn't like was the fact that he asked for a divorce, right? He asked for the divorce. They're going through all their things. He's coming up to her job. He's rude to her. He's mean to her. And she's like, I can't deal with it anymore. And then he says he wants the divorce. So she finally goes and gives him the divorce and signs the papers. He comes up to her job the day before to tell her, you better be down there. Like, who is so unhinged that you walk into your wife or ex-wife's place of business and start yelling at her? He started yelling at her when they were out to dinner with their friends, and her homegirl and her husband. They're, he's his friend and she's her friend, and he's always trying to talk him off the ledge and trying to talk sense into him, and he doesn't listen. And then she's like, you don't have to be dealing with she's like me and some of your other homegirls who will be like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you dealing with him? And why are you putting up with this stuff? And who are you talking to? And who are you yelling at? Who do you think you talking to? I'm not your fucking wife, nigga. I'll chop your goddamn head off. That's how you have to talk to these niggas. Keep talking to me crazy, because you're going to have to sleep with one eye open, motherfucker. I'm not your fucking wife. I'll slit your goddamn throat. That's how you have to talk. That's how you have to talk to these niggas. Girl, I'm serious. You gotta let them know. Nigga, I'll twist your goddamn dick off and shove it in your ass, nigga. Now. Keep talking to me crazy. That's how you gotta do it. You gotta make them respond like, oh, this bitch is crazy. Yes, I am. And it's better for you if you back away. It's giving back away. Yeah. Like Portia and Simon. It's giving back away. When I tell you that movie was so damn crazy. And then, so he's so unhinged. After he asked for a divorce, he don't want to give her a divorce because she was so quick to sign the papers. Baby, I thought they was about to. I just knew it was something in that paperwork that she wasn't paying attention to, and she was about to sign some shit over, and she wasn't paying because they was all looking like she just signing this paper, and the white man was like, ma'am, don't you want a lawyer? She was like, I don't need a lawyer. She just signed the papers. Then she got tough, right? After she got the divorce, she got tough. Now here comes this other guy who they've known also since high school, who the brothers have beat up before because he called himself liking the girl. I'm just calling Stevie. Stevie is liking Megan's character, right? I did not like the fact that he kept pushing up on her. Nigga, I just got out of a divorce with a lunatic. Why are you pursuing me so tough and so aggressively? Chill the fuck out. And then they end up going, she ends up seeing him at a fair or carnival or something in the town. And they end up talking, and then they end up going sitting on the back of his truck. And she was like, I want you to fuck me and all this other stuff. She didn't say it like that, but that's basically, I was like, girl, what? I want you to, what'd she say? I want you to make love to me, or I want you to take me. She said something stupid. And I was like, girl, you just got out of a marriage with a weirdo. A man who is willing to come up to your job, come up, make a scenes in restaurants, and you want to be acting like you want to like this new guy all of a sudden. He was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, as much as I want to and take advantage of your vulnerable situation right now, I'm not going to do that. Right. And she was like, oh, thank you. Thank you for not doing that. Thank you for not taking advantage of the situation. So she likes him even more now, girl. I was like, girl, shut up. And then, so then when he's looking for her, Corey's character is looking for her all over the town, trying to find where she is. And because he doesn't want to divorce anymore. He saw she moved on. Now and then he's so like, his character is so like, you gonna listen to me and we're not getting divorced now, but you asked for the divorce. Well, I don't want it anymore. I'm moving back in. I'm gonna get my stuff and I'm moving back in. She was like, no, you're not. You're not doing nothing. You're not moving back into nothing. So he sees her mom in the grocery store. The mother is the preacher's wife. She tells her at one point, basically, I didn't teach you. Basically, I allowed you to go out here and not and end up with a man, the man that you ended up with. You didn't end up with a man like your father. You ended up with a man like that. And how did you end up the preacher's kid? How did you end up with a fucking clown like this who is abusive and mean and all the stuff? Making sure it's on. Right? So the mother's like, I apologize to you. And they sit there and they have a little moment. So she reads the letter of all the things that he's ever done to her. Basically, she writes a letter at all the things that he's ever done to her. And the mother finds it and reads it. And she was like, I didn't know you were going through all of this stuff. That bloodshot, his eyes were bloodshot red all the time, drunk all the time. What did you think she was? What kind of life did you think your daughter was experiencing with a man like that? And a mother like that? And then like, how did you end up thinking that, oh, I want to marry this guy and not the guy that the other guy, the quote nice guy? It only feeds into the stereotype that the good girl does not like the good guy. She likes the Pookie and the Ray Ray, right? And that feeds into the narrative that y'all don't like what's good for you. You like the niggas who ain't good for you. And then you stay with the niggas who ain't good for you. That was that piece that was in there. And I really thought, I was like, oh, she's going to divorce him. I really thought Tyler Perry was going to take a turn and like not have this woman jump into another relationship, find her purpose within herself, be a strong woman without needing a man in her life. It's like she went from a weirdo, drunk man, abusive man, to this other guy, and just in a matter of days or weeks or however the time span, but it was a matter of weeks, she was already liking another guy. And I was just like, girl. And then saying that Corey's character was only, because they've been together since high school, he was the only person that she's ever been with. At one point, she calls her deranged ex-husband's like, yeah, I'm on my way over to Stevie's house and he's about to bend it over and bend me and make me into a pretzel and have my legs behind my head. She didn't say all that, but she was basically, that's what she was doing, taunting him like she was going to sleep with the other guy. And then, okay, so he sees her mom in the grocery store. He grabs her mother. Her mother runs out. Somebody, she didn't tell the dad. I don't know why y'all not telling these men. The way that y'all act, it's so funny how y'all act like, oh my God, if I tell the men in my family, they're actually going to do something and harm this guy. So let me save this guy, and they ain't going to do shit. Because Richard Lawson got his fucking shotgun and went down there and his ass got shot. I was like, oh, okay, here's another trope where the father acts like he's going to protect his daughter and he doesn't. He gets shot and beat up. They shoot his ass in the leg. They shoot his ass in the leg. And I said, don't make the dad go get his gun. And then he got his gun and didn't do shit with it. As soon as he saw that motherfucker, he started shaking it. He was like, what you gonna do? Exactly. Then if girl, let me tell you something. It should have been on site. Shoot his ass on site. He didn't smack your daughter, broke into her house, sitting at the damn counter. At one point, she comes from downstairs after she didn't finish fucking the new guy. And oh boy, Corey's sitting at the damn counter at the kitchen eating fucking Frosted Flakes or some, eating cereal. And then when he was like, I'm moving back in, she was like, no, you're not. He was like, yes, I am. I'm moving back in. She was like, no, you're not. He was like, yes, I am. And then he starts going upstairs. As he starts going upstairs, old dude is upstairs. She doesn't call old dude's name until Corey gets to the bedroom door. Girl, what? I said, why isn't she calling his name? Like, Stevie, so-and-so is going up there. It doesn't matter now. He's going up there. You're going to see him anyways. At least alert the motherfucker. He gets beat up out of his sleep. Girl. I said, this movie is crazy. What is going on? And then her homegirl was not taking the mess, right? So then the friend, the homegirl's husband is the boy's friend, right? Is Corey's homeboy. So he's trying to tell him, you know, I need to be with her. He's trying to talk sense into him. I'm sure men have that one homeboy who is has enough sense to talk people off ledges, to tell them, you know, leave that girl alone, just to talk some sense. But Corey's character wasn't listening to anybody. He was literally a terrorist. He was a terrorist. He was. And it was just like with Tyler Perry's films, it's the same story every single time. And the characters they're not multi-dimensional characters. We did not see Corey's character. We didn't see an ounce of emotion outside of anger. From the beginning to when she shot his ass, she had to end up shooting his ass with the shotgun her father gave her. Because he was in her house, he hit her, and she was like, this is all I need, basically, I guess, you know, to say, to a justification to kill you, basically, because he hit her, and she got that shot, and as soon as he walked towards her, she shot him. All this thing where I'm a woman, and I can't eliminate my threat, and I somehow have to talk this person down or reason with this terrorist. There's no negotiating with terrorists. If someone is abusing you and you are able to defend yourself, and if in that defense you terminate them, so be it. So be it. I said there's a lot of women in relationships like that, with these unreasonable men, and then you spend most of your time like, apologizing for him, laughing off his misbehavior. Oh, he's just going through some things, well, then go get therapy. He didn't want to go to therapy. She was like, I told you, you need to get some help and this and that. He didn't want no help. Her homegirl was like, you don't have to deal with this. But then at the same time, and this is what I don't like what you homegirls do. I don't like when y'all like to encourage a friend who just got out of a relationship. Her motherfucking pussy hasn't gone back into the shape of her own body. That man's dick had been up in her so much. You understand what I'm saying? It didn't have time to get rid of the shape of his dick, right? What do you say, to reform to its own, its original packaging, its original shape? Now you sticking another dick in there. I said, I don't understand why y'all can't go from one relationship. Why immediately do you have to shove a dick up your pussy? Immediately. I don't get it. What is wrong with y'all? Can y'all tell me that? You, the ones who claim they have a high sex drive, and so you need a dick shoved up your ass every weekend? What is that about? I don't know if that, I've always attributed my aversion to people who are preoccupied with sex to me being a virgin, a Virgo. And my Virgo is in Venus. So I be looking like, y'all be acting like that about sex, acting like you cannot. I'm literally acting like you need a dick shoved in your ass all the time. I don't understand that. Please explain it to me. Because it was evident in this thing, and women do it. You just got out of a relationship with an abusive man. Your pussy hasn't reformulated to its original form, and you already got another dick shoved in you. Girl, make it make sense. Girl, go for it. If you have unless you a sex worker, that's what I'm saying. Like that, eliminate the sex worker. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about a regular working woman, going from her husband and then already fucking another man. I don't understand it. And I didn't like that part. I didn't get it. I was like, why is that the thing? She can't even heal like properly. Literally heal from the formation of his penis and her vagina. It hasn't, her vagina, the canal has to go back to its original form. Right now it's shaped the way that his penis is shaped. and that needs to go back to the way that it's natural. You already shoving another dick up your ass. Girl, y'all gotta just be filled with meat, don't you? You gotta be filled up, filled with meat, stuffed with the beefcake, huh? And then Camron. So what did y'all think overall of the film? She ended up shooting his ass, killing his ass. Her father didn't do shit. The mom didn't want to tell the dad. I don't know why y'all don't want to tell these men that somebody's harming you. Hell, I told some men somebody harmed me. They didn't do nothing. So when they be, oh, like your family, they gonna protect you and this and that. Girl, please. You tell them a motherfucker hit you, they be like, oh, well, I see where he's coming from. Men don't give a fuck. They really don't. Divorce in the Black. Let's see. I took some. We don't have a lot of time. I said he needed to be shot on sight. I said, don't make Clarence get his motherfucking gun. And then I tweeted, Clarence ain't shit, because Clarence got shot. Do you know how disgusting it is that she's telling a guy that he's the best she's ever had? This is gross. Exactly. You talking to the next. Apparently this is the second man you've had sex with, because you said you've only been with one person. Now all of a sudden this new guy is the best dick you've ever had. Girl, give me a break. I said, I hate that motherfuckers just need to have a dick shoved in their ass before getting over their last relationship. Yeah, why are you trying to talk to a woman who just announced that she's getting a divorce? Oh boy is too assertive. And I said, y'all don't be tired of crying about these dudes? I know she didn't buy her wedding ring either. How the fuck did they end up together in the first place? Then she's like, he's gonna leave me. And I was like, girl, he already asked for a divorce, you stupid bitch. Girl, the way that y'all, I don't know. I can't. I understand. I understand it's like a multitude of this codependency, it's abandonment, it's rejection, it's what do they call it? The syndrome where you feel sorry for the person who's actually your greatest threat. Stockholm syndrome. Yes, Stockholm syndrome. It's a multitude of things on the reason why people don't leave when they should get their keys and get the fuck up out of there. The same way Camron grabbed his handbag and his keys when they on his show, It Is What It Is, his podcast. At the end of the show, the announcer talked about Dwayne Wade creating a nail polish line, and motherfucking Camron was so outdone by the story that he got up, he got his shit.
Goodness.
One of his favorite pastimes is getting manicures with his daughter.
Yes,
What happened to get paid, young nigga, get paid. Get paid, young nigga, get paid.
He got his purse and swung it over his fucking shoulder, bitch, and walked up out of there. Sis was pissed. She was so pissed off that there was a story about a man creating a nail polish line, bitch. But we want to know when your handbag line is coming out, at least the straps, because you swung that strap over your shoulder so swiftly and easily. I was like, okay, Camron, you must be upset, bitch. You mad? He got upset. I'm gonna show you. He got upset because Dwayne Wade came out and said that he's interested in starting a nail polish line because him and his daughter do nail polishes. I mean, do do manicures and stuff like that. Let's see. Mace responds to JPrince after he made threats towards him and Camron over Boxer Shakur. We not your little niggas. If you 60 years old and trying to be a street nigga, you failed. Right. You know, Mace is a Virgo. He gonna get you. He gonna make you feel. He's gonna make you feel stupid. Watch. Listen.
I got this one. You gonna take all his fades and take all his shots and you handle everything out the ring. All right. So then we talking to you then, all right? We starting with you. Since you the big homie, we starting with you. That's how it goes around here. I want to just start off by saying you are so, lacking self-awareness. Like, when you give such a lackluster performance, and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance, pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like or to tell Cam what he should like. That's not your place. Like, art is subjective, right? So if art is subjective and I don't like something, you can't really get mad at us because we don't like something. And you're standing there with two Hall of I got this one. I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real. All that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't. And for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Niggas would tell me, Mace, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't. And I'm going to tell you
why. Who is you, nigga, for real?
Like, the dudes that raised me, if I was out of pocket, they would tell me I'm out of pocket. They wouldn't let me put them on a crash out mission. They would say, yo, Mace, listen. Mm-hmm. Around here, we don't send niggas to do nothing for us. We don't pay niggas to handle our problems. Mm-hmm. You got to put in your own workaround. I don't get what you mean. You failed. I'm telling you this. And I stand, my name is Mace. I stand by this message.
Let me explain something to you, bro. Mace said the exact name, you 60 going viral.
I can't listen to Camron talk. He sounds like he has a wall of mucus layered over his two front teeth. I can't do it. I don't know what he needs to do to get that worked on. I don't know if it's the blunts. I don't know what it is, but you need some mullein, some herbs to clear that congestion up, especially if you a smoker, because that shit don't sound good. Sounding like you have a loogie caught in your throat while you talk is disgusting. And if you are a woman fucking Camron and he's over you like doing all that shit, he better be fucking you from the back. Let him spit his loogies on your back. Anyways, because he sounds disgusting. But Mason Beth thought he is a Virgo, and he is always going to make you seem stupid for your behavior and your actions. That's what Virgos do best. What are you doing? Knock it off. Because you looking real stupid. If you put yourself in a position to look less than smart, a Virgo is going to point that out. You could have done everything. You could have killed somebody. But the fact that you did something to make yourself look stupid, we're gonna point that part out for you. Yeah, we're gonna point that part out. Let's see what some of the comments say. Mace did so well with his response. Cheers to him. Mace ain't lying. This old man still be using intimidation tactics, not realizing his protection only go but so far. I hate when people act like they the only ones out there with people that care about them. That 60-year-old man definitely got young guys on his payroll that will do his footwork in the streets. JPrince always involved in negativity. Sad. People from Texas ain't even scared of JPrince. He's corny now. He may have had some pullback in the 99 and 2000s. It's 2024. They got teenagers more feared than JPrince. He's too old for this. JPrince's entire personality is trying to intimidate everybody. Sit the fuck down. Because a part of a testament to your manhood is how well you can intimidate another man. How well another man can submit to you. That is a testament to your manhood. And how can you get another man to submit to you? In violence, using violence, or sex. Yes. Another man in order to show that he is more powerful than he. This is the reason why Puffy moves the same way that he does. Yes, he might enjoy having sex with men, but he enjoys the power and intimidation that he can use after he has convinced you to fuck him. And now he's filmed you, and now here it is. And that is how he feels powerful. He uses his sword in his pants to have a man submit to him sexually by fucking him. Yes. That's nothing new. Don't act shocked, surprised, don't gasp, don't clutch any fucking pearls. Okay? Men, straight, if they present to the world straight, they've been having sex with men for generations. Let's stop playing these fucking games. Men have been having sex with men for generations, whether they have wives and children and call themselves straight, whether they preachers, firefighters, pastors, motherfucking teachers, or whatever. Men have been having sex with men for ages, okay? And they use sex in the form of violence in order to have people, men and women, submit to them. So they use violence and sex. And that's why when you get into the corners of these people's lives, the dark corners of their lives, you see how the sex and violence go hand in hand. JPrince, the intimidation tactics, getting people to making like Kanye and Drake. Remember the last time he made them apologize to each other. I don't know what was happening, but if a man can have other men, if you want to learn how the art of submission, watch how men submit to other men. That's the only place where if a man is asking a woman for submission, no, you should be the only way that I could see that you're a real man is if you have other men submit to you. That is their line and guidelines for manhood. If you can get a woman to submit to you, no. If you can get another man to submit to you, and other men submit to men more than they will submit to another woman. They will never submit to another woman. Definitely submit to another man. Watch how they do. You remember you saw Gunplay? Remember he was like, "Here you go, boss," to Rick Ross. He was like, I almost dropped all my weed. That's what I get trying to make fun of niggas. Here you go. Here it is, boss. Rick Ross. Rick Ross laying on the bed with his titties sliding underneath his fucking underarms, right? Here. I got you a chain. You just had a baby. You got a GoFundMe, which because you got your baby who has brain issues, had a brain surgery, but you over in another man's house, hunched over in full submission mode, handing him a gift. Rick Ross. Here you go, because you've done so much for me. You helped me so much. When I tell you these niggas will submit to each other like that. And if they don't, they'll do it sexually. Trust and believe. Karuchi Tran says she wants a baby. Okay, girl. If you want your baby, please make sure that your baby has your last name. Ladies, please have all the babies you want, but make sure your babies have your last name. You don't need to be married to have a baby, and you don't need the father on the birth certificate to raise your baby. Remember, if you put the father on the birth certificate, he will have a say in how you raise that child. So if you really want a baby and that's your baby, you make sure that he has nothing to do with it. Sierra from the Glam Shop, she just got married to some guy. Can y'all please, I need for a person who feels like they need to be legally bound in marriage to their greatest threat. Can you please tell me where does that desire come from? I don't understand it. Go to my community page. I posted this Asian man, an MIT educated neurosurgeon who quit his job. Go listen to his video. One of the things that he says about disease is stress. Y'all are in these relationships with these people and it's causing you needless stress and it's killing you from the inside. It is. You walking on eggshells. You have high cortisol levels because you're always in a fight or flight mode, stress. And you can't understand why you do all this exercise and nothing is working. It's not working because you're in a high stress environment. Your partner is causing you a lot of stress. And while you on the outside may not be like, oh, my body, I'm not in fight or flight, your body knows. Especially if the person is harmful verbally or physically or mentally, your body remembers, girl. Your body knows. So as soon as you walk into a space and this motherfucker has eggshells all over the place and you trying to tiptoe around the eggshells, that's stressful. Even though you acting like you cool and it's not bothering you, your body knows. Your body remembers. Go on my community page and listen to that Asian man say that he quit his job being a neurosurgeon because he realized what the actual medicine really was. Go listen. I'm not going to spoil it for you. He gets to it. He starts. It's a personal story, but he gets to where he had a crisis, ethical crisis, and he had to figure out what the f he was going to do, if he was going to work and continue to practice medicine, or and like do it with like a clear heart, knowing what he knows. I'm telling you, I gotta go. Divorce in the Black, typical Tyler Perry film. Camron, I hope you're okay with the, Dwayne Wade news. I hope you start a handbag line, because the way you fucking threw that black bag over your shoulder, honey, you might want to consider it. Mace, letting JPrince know you an old nigga. If you an old nigga still trying to intimidate people, girl, get out of here. We ain't young. Go home. Go sit down in your lazy boy and think about your life. And then Karuchi Tran wanting a baby. My whole thing is, if you want a baby, have a baby, have your baby, but understand that if you put a man on the birth certificate, he's gonna give you hell. These men don't care about the children. They will use the children as a weapon. We saw Mark Daly do it. You probably know a man who has done it to a woman. You probably know a man who has done it. You probably know a woman who has done it to a man. Use the children as weapons. A lot of time the men try to use the child to control the woman. So that's why you don't allow him. I'm not putting anybody on the birth certificate. More than likely, he won't even be at the hospital when you give birth. So just be like, there is no father. And then when he starts trying to act like this, he doesn't care enough to take you to court and to get paternity and to get his name on the birth certificate. He doesn't care enough. He won't do what it takes. He won't take the necessary. Some men will, but it's a very, 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 very small percentage. And once they realize they can't use the child to control you, why? Because you're going to give the child your last name and you're not going to put him on the birth certificate. So he has nothing to do with the child. Nothing. So don't expect anything from him. That's your baby. You wanted a baby. Go find you a man who you think has some good sperm, have some sex, and have your baby. That's what y'all really, instead of trying to be in relationships with these weirdos, because the men are stressed out because they don't want to be in close proximity. They freak out. They don't want to be in close quarters with y'all for a long amount of time. It's not natural. That's why it doesn't last. It's unnatural. It's not sustainable. The only reason why it was sustainable for your elders is because she didn't have anywhere to go. She couldn't get a divorce. You talk to all these old, I know you on Instagram, and you see all of these women who give advice to women, old women. What is the first thing they say? What's the first thing they say? They wouldn't have never got married. I would have never got married. A lot of women had to get married so they can have access to resources. The man, they flipped it to where you needed to have a man for resources, and they flipped it so well that you were going out and picking any man. You going out and picking any man, and now you connected to this man because you wanted to have a baby, but the society told you no, you need to find somebody and have that baby with. You can't have a baby on your own. You're the bane of the community if you have a baby on your own. You need a fickle, violent, unhinged, disagreeable, miserable, not gonna help you man that you need to slap his name. You need to slap that miserable nigga's name on your baby. Girl, get the fuck out of here. I swear I regret that I put that man on their birth certificate. You could be like, that's your dad, but he's not getting no, because the legal part of it, you're not gonna have, because I know you're not going to help raise this child. So you don't get to say anything about it. So I should never have expected child support. Child support order was terminated because he's permanently disabled. Useless. Useless. You can't even take care of your children. You're useless. So you would be either better off the birth certificate, no expectations coming from you, or dead. So these life insurance policies can fucking get cashed in. A lot of these motherfuckers are going to be worth more to your children dead than they are alive. I'm sorry, it sounds harsh, but somebody needs to say it. Somebody needs to say it and speak plain about it. Ask a Virgo, she'll tell you, he'll tell you. I'll say it. Come sit next to me, like Blanche Devereaux said. If you don't have nothing nice, if you don't have nothing nice to say, come sit next to Erica. I'll say it. Y'all be all so timid. I don't want to say this. I'll say it, because what you gonna do? Get mad? Be upset? Think about it a little bit? Oh, okay. Exactly. Exactly. Jasmine Brand. Let's see. We got one more story we can go to. I know that damn DDG and Haley Bailey's baby is probably like, please put me back into hiding. I'm so tired of being on the damn video. They showed the little baby. He is adorable. Little Halo. He's really adorable. But his father got him. He ain't been out of the camera since they showed his face. Redbox to shut down for good. Y'all still go to Redbox? There's more. Candace Owens and Don Lemon get into heated debate after she says transgender people have mental disorders. I think people who believe that a woman came from a man's rib have mental disorders. I think that people who believe because they have lighter skin that they are superior to people with darker skin. I think that's a mental disorder. I do. I think believing that there are only two genders is a mental disorder. When there's evidence that there isn't, that there's more, right? When there's evidence there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that people who believe that the key to their salvation is a man, I think they have a mental disorder. Mm-hmm. I do. Mm-hmm. 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 I do. Mm-hmm.
It is a mental disorder. That's what I learned in school. It's not a mental disorder. Okay, if you think that you're a boy and you're actually a girl, you are suffering from a mental disorder, obviously, because you can't actually change your sex, obviously. I know plenty of children now. I know plenty. You can play dress up, but you can't change your sex. I know plenty of young people and old people who are trans, right? And they are not pretending. And it is not a mental disorder. Well, it is pretending, because you will literally never be able, if you're a little boy, to grow up and have a baby, because you're not a little. You're a child.
It's so weird to tell little boys you will never grow up to be able to have a baby, as if their sperm means nothing. As if their sperm means nothing. It fascinates me how women who are oppressed in this society love to throw their pussies, who the pussy has gotten them nowhere. Nowhere. It has gotten you bitches nowhere in society. But you love to throw your pussy in a trans woman's face as if they don't have the capacity to actually fertilize a fucking egg and have a biological child. What the fuck is wrong with you mentally ill bitches? That's who's mentally ill. You bitches who grow up, who were just born in the last 50 years, as if trans people did not exist before you were even thought of. You bitches have a mental illness. That's who has the mental illness. The person who wants a person to stay in a confined box of white, cis, male, heterosexual, Christian makeup. If they are anything outside of that, somehow something is wrong with them. You motherfuckers who run around like Agent Smith, you motherfuckers have a mental illness. How dare you drop into a female body, Candace Owens, and the likes of you? How do you drop into a female body, assume that what you're here to do is to procreate, and then tell the people who drop down in a male body that they can't procreate? But how do you end up pregnant, stupid? Right. How do you end up pregnant? From a sperm? Are you saying trans women are not able to produce sperm anymore? Is that what you're saying? So that well, you don't have a womb. Okay, well, girl, what is that? That you have laws that tell you you don't have no rights over it. And you running around like a chicken with your head cut off thinking that there could be laws put in place against your body, and internalizing that and running around scared, trying to scare everybody else instead of taking control of your own goddamn body and abstaining. But you, again, y'all act like you can't exist without a dick shoved up your ass. I think that the people who believe that whiteness is superior, I think the people who believe that there's only two genders, and I think that they have a mental illness. I think that the people who believe that the lighter you are in society, that the better you are, I think they have a mental illness. I believe that men who believe that, and women who believe that women are inferior to men just because they are not physically stronger than the men, you have a mental illness too. And I truly believe the lot of you who believe that the key to your salvation to heaven is through a man, I think you guys are fucking nuts. Anyways, I think we should go on that. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Watch out for Agent Smith. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. I gotta go. Ooh, peace.